I see a lot of people trying to at least behave as if they'd be winners. I see them saying all sorts of so-called mantras, chants that they are winners, they want to win. And irrespective of how much they want, unfortunately, there is always going to be something that's going to pull them down. Unconsciously, in most, if not all situations. But there is an irony in life. See, a sick society's purpose is to always misguide you and teach you lies as if they are the truth, so that you never discover your full potential, or even a bit of your potential nonetheless. When it comes to life, the single point that one has to understand is there is no winning in life. Yeah, sure, you can win some of your challenges and the such, that's always a good point. But ultimately, when it comes to life, life is all about physicality. Physicality means boundaries, means something palpable, means something you can interact with. We cannot interact physically with a ghost, sure, through certain spiritual practices and the such, but one needs a certain level of training and stability in order to even attempt to do that. But in most situations, it is preferable not to do so. When it comes to life, in life things and people will be the same. They will come and they will leave. You will get some things, you'll either get bored of them, or you'll lose them, or you'll forget them somewhere. They will come and they will leave. People will come, people will play with you, people will love you, people will hate you, people will come and people will go also. So if we draw a line ultimately, when it comes to this physicality, technically and, well, basically there is literally nothing to win. Because in the end, what is the only resource that one actually has? See, some people may say money, some people may say your body's energies. Well, your body's energies is somewhat of a good answer, but it is not the correct answer. When one would think logically about things, well, the only resource that one can think of is time, because we are born, we are physical. Physicality means time, right? Time is cyclical when it comes to physicality, because all physical things are created, are born, let's say, and, well, they will perish sooner or later. Our physicality, the body we inhabit, has a certain, well, what I call vitality, or the capacity to support life. This capacity to support life is technically what we call its own time. When time goes up, the physical body, it means the physical body has reached a level in which it is no longer capable of supporting the life within itself, either because of injury or because of whatever other situations or because of a regular death. Well, then the physical body will be simply left behind by the piece of life that each of us is. So technically in this life, not even this physical body is ours. Yeah, sure, we may play the psychological theater that, we own things. We ended up playing this game where we sign some papers and we theoretically own something. But see, after one perishes, there is no longer the same body that will answer the phones they had or answer the emails that that person was supposed to receive. Someone else may, but the person who used to do that, when their physical body's time is up, well, they are nothing else in the end but someone who loses. Let's not call that a loser. Because ultimately in this life, apparently we're all losers. Not because we are taught by our parents to do the same shit that never suited them and live the same lie as they have lived, because misery loves company. In most situations, in most families, the parents teach their children all the things that never suited them and have their children do all the things they were never capable or willing to do so, right? Like going through useless contests, learning skills that won't necessarily fit the child, or the child won't necessarily like, but the child will probably do because, well, their parents apparently want it. So in the end, we kind of lose everything, right? Just like in the song, I had to fall to lose it all, right? And we all fall in the end. The physical body's time goes up sooner or later. Some may live 150 years, some may live 100 years, some may live 40 years. This time is related to all sorts of karmic aspects, to all sorts of ideas, how we treat our body, how we breathe, how we eat, and, well, all sorts of things can slightly extend one's life. But ultimately, it's not extendable forever. No one here is immortal, and immortality in the end would be kind of a misery, because as you can look around, in many situations, the older many people get, the more heinous they become, the more frustrated they become, and their frustrations simply start adding up, becoming more and more powerful. And that is a huge problem, because in the end, when these things reach a certain critical level, there will be nothing else but a functional misery. And they will try desperately to spread and share their misery with everyone else. Because misery is like a virus. It infects your body, and it tries to make your body function in its own way. It's technically breeding just like a virus. It enters your system and tries to circumvent it and, well, win from within. Misery typically wins from within against most people, because that is what they have been programmed in previous lifetimes. And when they come in this lifetime, typically their karmic structure that guides the piece of life that they are, well, it will seek a similar environment until they become strong enough and willing enough to break out of that miserable cycle. Some people may go even through thousands of lifetimes of misery. Some may go through only a few hundred. But the point is karma, and, well, it will seek to clear itself. But it depends on the piece of life and depends on multiple parameters. When it comes to life, well, in life, whatever life one has, only the karma is the only thing that we take with us, because everything physical is cyclical. A cycle means it begins and it ends sooner or later. Once someone leaves their physical body, there is literally nothing they take with them, right? All your houses, all the money, all the things, all the people that you knew, all the business with all those things and beings is done. The first second that one leaves their physical body, they don't understand and recognize anything or anyone, because the logicality that we are taught by this sick society to be so obsessed with is gonna be left here with this physical body. This physical body is that which has the capacity, let's call it so, to discern. A spirit, or the soul, whatever you want to call it, is not capable of discerning. It just uses its own karmic structure to guide it towards the next incarnation, and then to the next set of experiences that it has to go in order to balance certain things, and in order to try again this game of life where you are supposed to be calm and to always look inside, or at least as much as possible to look inside. That's why a sick society's purpose is to simply make you always look outside, so you're never gonna become capable of realizing there are powers deep within. When you externalize your power, well, you become weaker and weaker, until ultimately you become a slave. That is the fetish of any sick society, to become their slave, to become dependent upon it. And if you look at it a bit, you're never taught how to survive in nature. You're never taught that you can feel completely different in nature. You're never taught that your brain acts differently in nature when it hears birds, when it hears the water flowing. You're never taught so many things regarding reality. You're only taught to never doubt society. And whatever happens, always expect things. Expect that God will do everything for you. That's why you see all the people around you that don't want to do anything. It is their poison comfort zone, because they expect that society and God will do them things. And at the same time, through thousands of generations of people having gone through this idea that they're not worthy of anything, well, this is the kind of people that you'll end up with. They're ultimately nothing else but deviants. And these deviants, unfortunately, they won't do anything in a society. And, well, the truth be told, you simply can't even coexist with such deviants. They cannot coexist with what we may want as a sane society, because they're never going to move a finger to do anything. They're not doing anything for themselves, let alone do something for someone else. If they end up along someone, they'll just spread their misery. They'll just, comply to whatever authorities tell them. They'll fight against you if you want to change the society they live in. Hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You're appreciated. Take care. Enjoy life. And this being said, Ferenc Board signing out.